Hey guys, Cody with CJC Off-Road. A lot of you guys have asked, what is this new Carli Pathfinder system? And this video is here to answer it. So this video is going to be all about the Pathfinder suspension systems and shock lineup for the Ford Carli suspension systems. Jumping straight to the chase, where does this fall in the Carli suspension lineup? Traditionally, we've had the commuter system, which is a non-reservoir shock 2.0, the Backcountry reservoir 2.0 shock, and then the King Pintop 2.5, which is a complete departure from those first two and is a race-tuned kind of shock. Carli uses their own piston, stainless steel shafts in those Kings, and they work extremely well, and I run them on my personal Super Duty. Where the Pathfinder fits all that is going to be right between the Backcountry system and that Pintop system. Again, the Pintop system being that King 2.5 always had a little bit of shock tuning in it that was a little bit more aggressive. So when you did go off highway, you did hit fire roads, lease roads, things like that, you can go at 40 or 50 miles an hour in your 8,000 pound Super Duty and ride in comfort. It's a very cool system. Where some customers did opt for the Backcountries when they drove their trucks a lot around town, because that Backcountry 2.0 shock, with that 2.0 piston, there's a little bit less range in the tuning. So that shock was set up just a little bit softer than that Pintop 2.5. That is exactly where the Pathfinder 2.5 system is going to fall between the Backcountry system and the Pintop. Carli suspension is always trying to go off customer feedback from the dealers and so on and so forth. And that is where there was a little bit of opening in the market, something that's going to be a little bit more affordable than the King 2.5 Pintop system, going to have the on-road softness of the Backcountry 2.0 system, but the control that a 2.5 shock offers. There's no denying that with a 2.5 inch shock, you have a larger piston and you can put a larger range of tuning in that shock. So you can achieve that softness and a high level of control all in one shock. And that's what the Pathfinder 2.5 does perfectly. The truck in this video is our Shop 2023 Super Duty running a leveling height system. So these shocks are gonna be available at that 2.5, 3.5 leveling height system and the 4.5, 5.5 higher lift system. So no matter which way you're going or thinking of going, these shocks are gonna be an option for you. On-road ride, we're extremely impressed with this. We've had a number of weeks to drive this truck around town. We're based in Long Beach, California, so we do get a ton of highway driving around here, yet all of us have a lot of hobbies and recreation that take us out in the dirt. And, you know, I think that's like how most of you guys are, right? A lot of us are driving these trucks to work around town, family, you know, utility vehicle, things like that. But you do want to have a little bit of fun in the dirt, and this system has worked well in both of those scenarios. Around town ride, it's just going to absorb a little bit more of those small road imperfections, driveways, train tracks, things like that, as compared to the King Pintop system. The Pintop 2.5 system, again, still on my personal 2023 Super Duty, one of our favorites. But when you do hit a driveway, train tracks, and things like that, if the shock the shock shaft moves at a high rate of speed, that off-road valving that's in that shock is going to make for a much firmer ride. The Pathfinder 2.5 pretty much absorbs everything you throw at it around town and still has a little bit of valving in it to use it on the weekend, get a little rowdy. If you are going to be jumping the truck, running whoops, running a camper like what I'm running, and there's specific packages for that, the Pintop 2.5 is still going to be the package for you. But we also realize, and Carli realized, that probably 80–90% of our customers are just looking to drive these beautiful, extremely nice, extremely comfortable diesel trucks around town and not have that harshness that comes factory. Now, this is going to be the first Ford Pathfinder shock video. There'll be many more in the future as we get more customer builds in here. Carli does more tune variations, so on and so forth. But we did just want to give you an introduction, show you guys where this falls in the product catalog, if it's a good fit for you. Hope this video answered that question. Feel free to comment down below. Believe it or not, we actually do read all of the comments, and we use a lot of comments, a lot of customer feedback to shape future videos, as we want to make videos that help answer your questions and help simplify some of the decision-making process for you. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. Again, questions, comment, give us a call. These shocks, as of, early August 2025, are now starting to ship depending on the platform. So we're extremely stoked to have these as another option for you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.